Hi, welcome to the Coffee Rhetoric podcast. I'm Tiffani, writer of the Coffee Rhetoric blog and host here. And I just wanted to come through quickly with a quick rant because I had a thing or two to get off my chest. But before I start, if you hear a strange whirring sound in the background, that is a fan. I did turn it down, but it is very hot. It's 90 degrees outside and it's also hot in my office. So I'm not turning the fan off, but I did turn it down. So if the sound is distracting, I do apologize in advance. And in the meantime, I hope everybody's safe and sound and doing well on this Tuesday. But anyway, like I said, I wanted to come through really quickly with a quick rant because I had a thing or two to get off my chest. And what prompted this quickie is the stuff that's been going on with Lizzo and also the commentary I've been seeing online under various comment sections surrounding Sha'Carri Richardson's Black Woman Bravado. So anyway, let me just launch right in. So days ago, um, like I said, the Lizzo stuff is what prompted this. So days ago, instead of uh, celebrating the release of her new song and music video in collaboration with Cardi B for her new single Rumors, poor Lizzo ended up crying, celebrating that success and crying on Instagram.
I'm putting so much loving energy into the world. And bro, sometimes I feel like the world just don't love me back. It's like it doesn't matter how much positive energy you put into the world, you're still gonna have people who have something mean to say about you. And for the most part, it doesn't hurt my feelings. I don't care. I just think when I'm working this hard, my tolerance gets lower. My patience is lower. I'm more sensitive. And it gets to me.
Why was she crying? Because she was upset. For some reason, the song prompted a lot of backlash and vitriol. Why, I don't know, but with these people, there never really needs to be a legitimate reason to set them off. And I know in my last broadcast on here, I spoke a little bit about parasocial relationships and toxic fandoms and trollage. I would classify that as another example or peg in that whole paradigm. But I would like to, at some point, I'll talk about that a bit more. I'm not going to delve into that right now because I want to get on and off quickly and just talk about this and focus, Tiffani. So anyway, there never needs to be a reason to set these people off. And if she was upset because of the hate that people were spewing online in her comment section and things. I don't know if it was because of the song or who she collaborated with, but again, there never needs to be a legitimate reason for people to get up under other people's comment section and cut the fool. So the commentary, and Also, what was strange, the commentary in the comments further mocked Lizzo for being triggered, they mocked her for crying about the unwarranted online abuse and the pylon she was receiving. So, yeah, I found that a bit odd. But honestly, no matter what we do, and by we, I mean Black women as a collective, no matter, or individually, no matter what we do or how relatively benign it is, um, Black women can't seem to catch a break, especially when you're a fat Black woman, right? When you're a plus size Black woman and you smile wrong, you're a so-called mammy. And that's the word that's often thrown around and weaponized, and that's used a lot, not just online. That gets weaponized against Black women, and honestly, I see it coming from other Black women, or a certain demographic of Black women who like to weaponize that word against other Black women, especially fat Black women. Um, and I see that word being used a lot, weaponized and used a lot against Lizzo. So when you're like a plus size Black woman, right? You smile wrong, you get called a mammy. You cough wrong, you get called a mammy. You exhibit any kind of joy, mammy. You dance, mammy. You celebrate your successes, mammy, and tool for white supremacy. That's what I also see about Liz. Oh, she's just a mammy tool, um, used to placate white people and for white supremacy, which is one of the most ridiculous things I've ever heard. And I can say some things about who's really perpetuating, who really in our community, who really perpetuates and stumps for white supremacy. But again, I don't want to get off focus, and we can talk about that another time. But yeah, it doesn't matter what we do. We cry. Get over it, mammy. And it's just ridiculous. And it seems like the ridicule comes from every direction, even from other Black people when you don't appeal to their sensibilities, right? And the thing that struck me the most, like I mentioned just a few seconds ago, was the annoyance that Lizzo was impacted by the onslaught of cyber abuse, and the annoyance at seeing her cry about it. And the anger at seeing Black women respond deeply to things that negatively affect us. I just feel like that anger is so egregious and absurd, and it's just so weird. And I just feel like it just recapitulates this strange need um, to put and keep Black women in our quote unquote places, because we dare to stand out, we dare to center, love, and advocate for ourselves. And anytime we do that, there's this really strange, sick kind of kink where people, want to put Black women in our place when they feel like we're getting too quote unquote uppity. We can't do shit without people needing to seeming to knock us down a peg or two, and it's just like it's a weird kink. That's what I'm gonna call it's weird. um just look at the outrage Serena Williams got, Naomi Osaka, Simone Biles, and even Sha'Carri Richardson. All of these all Black female athletes. I'm just using them as example because they're the most recent. But even I can't think of her name, but the woman who helped spearhead the 1619 project, the academic. I apologize. I can't think of her name right now. Like I said, this is quick, so I'm not completely prepared, but the woman who had the issues, and she essentially left her job in academia and took a job at, I believe, Howard. Um, I can't think of her name, but again, we can revisit all this stuff more in depth. But I'm just going to use those for now, the women I did name as examples because they're the most recent ones that immediately come to mind. And it seems like there's this they receive all this backlash, and um, it's invoked because they dare to center their mental health, and hype themselves up, and because they refuse to perform to the specifications of spectators who can't do what they do, but armchair spectators who can't do what they do, but have a lot of vitriol and critique about how they should be doing it. Because again, for some reason, people seem to think Black women are not human, that we're robots, who don't have the right to feel deeply about things and to be impacted by things. Um, it also indicates people's need to constantly police Black women's emotions and our voices if we emote anything other than how quote unquote strong people like to tout us as being. And that word strong oftentimes, um, it's a detriment to our mental health and wellness. It robs Black women of our humanity and our right to feel things and to be human. It robs us of our humanity and our vulnerabilities. Because contrary to popular belief, Black women are vulnerable too. And we're impacted by things and we feel deeply about things. Um, so listen, Black women, we are human beings. I just feel like Black women, I just wanted to do this quick rant to let you know, if you feel like crying, cry. If you want to be petty and harmlessly go low instead of going high just for a brief second, do that. You know, um, I feel like when Black women are fed the fuck up, we have the right to declare that feeling. We can be fed up if we want to be. And we have every reason to be fed up about things. Believe that, right? And I just feel like, if even if we want to be basic and we don't feel like being exceptional, we have the right to do that too. Damn. Like, everybody else gets to be basic. Sometimes I know me, sometimes I want to be basic too. I don't feel like being exceptional. I want a break. Let me rest in my basicness sometimes. We have the right to do that. And more importantly, I feel like if our mental health is in a precarious state, we absolutely have the right to put ourselves first, to check out and regroup, if we need to. A job, especially if it's over job stuff, I don't care what your job is, whether you're in professional sports, corporate America, whatever your job is, you have the right to check out and regroup if you're mentally exhausted or you feel like your mental health and wellness is at risk. Because a job, it's going to keep operating business as usual if we do, if or when we do. And honestly, just just because we finished last, aka Shakari Richardson, listen, it doesn't mean that we can't hype ourselves up, talk a little shit, and kind of hype ourselves up to do better the next time. Isn't that what athletes do, or people who are competing each other do? They shit talk. Um, so I feel like whether the vitriol and the constant policing and stifling of Black women's humanity and autonomy, whether it's coming from outside sources or from other Black folks. Listen, leave Black women alone and stop trying to stifle every facet of our being. Okay? All right? Can we just exist and breathe? Damn. Also, on a brief but related note, um, I and again, I'm going to delve into this at a later time. I honestly really wish cis hetero Black men, can y'all spend less time spreading toxicity and talking shit about what the hell Lil Nas X and what Black women and what other Black LGBTQ folks are doing, and spend more time unpacking why y'all continue to create comfort and space for abusers to keep preying on underage children and women within our community. Can y'all unpack that first and why y'all continue to cape for these abusers who harm our community's most vulnerable people? Unpack that. And you know what? That, like I said just now, that is an in-depth conversation that's definitely worth parsing during another proper live stream discussion. But like I said, I just wanted to come through real quick because I had this sitting on my spirit. I'm annoyed. I'm a black woman. I'm a plus size, but I'm just tired. It's always something. Um, Black women, do you just chuck up the two birds and do you? Um, do what you need to do to be happy, healthy, and whole. Okay, as long as we're not harming anybody. Um, do you? Anyway, happy Tuesday. I hope everybody's wearing their masks and staying safe, maybe even vaccinated. And if you're not, I hope you're wearing your mask and staying safe and washing your hands. And I will be back sooner than later. In the meantime, feel free to head over to coffeerhetoric.com, peruse the archives, and read some of my musings from the past. It's all good stuff. And I will be back, maybe with another rant, maybe another conversation. We'll see. Maybe I'll be live, maybe I'll go on camera, but I'll be back. Bye.